Hey everybody, it's Cherie from Busy Bee Planners. I am here today with a project that I have been thinking about and working on for a little while now. I have spent some time yesterday putting together a travel planner. I've had this Foxy Fix. I think it's a personal wide. I've had this planner cover since before COVID, and I had wanted to use it as a rings planner, and I tried for a while, but it just wasn't for me, which is funny because lately I have been, watching Nessie Plans and Robin from Talks from the Heart because I love watching their rings flip throughs. You can just add so many things in, but it just doesn't work for me. So I wanted to do something with this because it is so pretty and I love the color, and it's just been sitting empty. And my husband and I went to England in June, and I had done a ton of research. I had printed out maps. I had, highlighted where we were going because we drove up to Yorkshire, did some research on the things we wanted to see. We had only booked one hotel ahead of time, so I had some hotel research, what prospects, and I left it all at home. I can't believe I did that. We had a really busy week and I just left it at home. So this time I want to be a little more prepared because my sister and my niece and I are headed to Barcelona, and then we're going on a Mediterranean cruise. And my husband is coming as far as Barcelona, and then he is headed off golfing. So I'm a little bit of the person in charge, and I want to be sure that I have all my information and I am prepared. So I'd spent some time yesterday looking for some inserts. Sorry about the glare, I know, because this is laminated, but I've looked before for inserts, and for some reason yesterday I came across this one set. I think it was $2.81. Was on sale. I mean, even without the sale, I believe it was $6 Canadian, something really inexpensive. And so it was perfect. It was what I could customize to what I wanted. So this was part of it. I had to shrink it down from, I believe, 8.5 by 11 to the size that I wanted for my planner. And this page was the first page, and I just ended up sticking some things some ephemera from different trips on the back, and then I laminated it to make it a dashboard. And then this map was the second part of the printable package. And then I added some pretty washi, although I see I have a bubble here. I'll have to run that through. Added some stuff on the back, which these tickets, they turned gray from the heat. But anyway, that's okay. Then I made this little dashboard with Juniper. She is from my shop. She does all kinds of things. And I have a sheet of her traveling, so I pop that back there because I'll probably use some of those things in here as well as my main planner. And then on the back, I printed out where we're going from the cruise line's website, and then the date. So that was my own thing. But this calendar here was part of the insert from the the set that I purchased. Because the trip goes over the last few days of August and up to, I believe we're home on the 10th or 11th of September. But I put the whole month on here. I had this really cute washi from a friend that I put there because she's got a camera. I thought that was perfect. And then the next sheet was a packing list, which I thought was really good because I need to actually start filling this out because there's always something I forget or wish I had remembered. I may even do for different seasons and different places too. Sometimes you need warmer clothes. If we're going on a cruise, there's far more things that you need as far as dressing up than say if you're just going camping or, whatever. So I think that's I might actually, once I get this filled out, I might actually even laminate it and make it permanent so that there are things, that I will add to, I'm sure. But anyway, checklist, things to do right before. And I thought this was actually a good printout. It's got month before, week before, and day before, because there's always things, I need to get my hair, make a hair appointment, or, have a pedicure, or did I order foreign currency? Did I make sure that I've got my dogs in the kennel? Have I, all those little things that I think this is a great checklist too. Excuse me. So then the next one that was printed off, or that I printed off, was accommodation. So our hotel is booked, but this is great to have your address, any notes like maybe, certain time of check-in, whatever. I think that's a great little insert. And then there was trip overview, and I thought this was a really interesting thing. Now I don't know how I'm going to use this, if I'll use it for each country that we're visiting or what I'm going to do yet. I haven't decided, but I think it's you can, you've got a little calendar here, you've got your budget, your number of nights. Like for example, we're going to be overnighting in Florence, so there's all kinds of things you can put in here. And I printed quite a few of those off because I thought that was such a good idea. We have a trip coming up, my husband and I, to Thailand in November. And again, I think that I can see myself making great use of these for sure. So I printed out quite a few of those off. Then I printed off foods to try. I think that will be fun because I know there's things my niece and sister have never been to most of these countries we're going to. So they're excited. So yeah, we'll be able to write down what we want to try and whether it was worth it or not. I think that's kind of a fun insert. Places to visit, that's kind of self-explanatory. And then this was the travel planner, which is for the actual traveling. So your flight information or your train information. I have an app with Air Canada, of course, to keep track of that sort of thing. But it's nice to just have it in hard form. And then if I want to look back at it, I have it, because once the trip is done, I delete it off my phone and that's the end of it. There was a page of transportation, which is great because we do have to, a few days we're going on our own. We're not going on tours from the ship. So we will be, for example, we have to get from Civitavecchia to Rome, and we're going to take the train. And I've already done the research that I have, so I can transfer it into here. I think this is a great little page. Then we come to the daily itinerary. And again, I thought this was well done because it's got weather, budget, expenses. So, for example, how much is your taxi? How much was the train? Things that you can write down, because if you ever decide to go back, you'll have a better idea. Your schedule, meals. I think this is great. Write down where you eat, the restaurants, because oftentimes you eat in this little place and you're like, oh, it was so great, but you have no clue what the name of the restaurant was, anything like that. So I printed quite a few of those off, and I also left the backs blank in case I want to make any notes. And yeah, we've got those. There were some other things, some budgeting inserts that were part of the kit, but I didn't print those off because this trip is already long since paid for. So, but if I was going forward to maybe starting a new trip, I would definitely, take advantage of those. And that's the great thing about inserts. You print what you want and you have it. And yeah, I think that's a great idea. This is just a really pretty piece of vellum from Creatively Planned that I wanted to leave in there because I just absolutely love it. This is a little travel map. Now I purchased these off of Etsy, but probably literally like 4 or 5 years ago. So I really don't know where I got them from or if the shop's even around. I added some pretty washi to it, and it had the world, and then it just had Europe. I don't know why I didn't have the rest of the world. But anyway, that's okay. I will probably color in the countries that I've been to. I think that's just kind of a neat thing. And then I threw in some postcards from other trips, places that I just love visiting. And I have a ton more, but I just haven't gotten around to adding them. And I think what I'm going to do going forward is get a postcard from each place that we go, and then I can add them in here, or I can add them into my journal, whatever. So next I have a beautiful vellum on top of this dashboard, and these are from Creatively Planned, these two things, and then the following note pages, which were in here. They are gorgeous. I don't even know if I can bring myself to use them because they are just that pretty. But Lisa at Creatively Planned has just the most beautiful things. So she also had sent me some with my initials. So I will use those for any sort of note taking that I need. I may also actually even put some sticky notes in just to have them for little things. And then this is this came with the planner from the Foxy Fix, and I put a little pocket here. So I don't know what I'll put in there. Maybe ephemera, tickets, whatever. So I still have to get like my weather stickers, which I probably will use. I have really tiny little weather stickers. I'll use those. I'll put them in here. I don't know what else. Like if you have any suggestions of what you might use when you travel for different ideas, I'm really open to that. We'll see. I'll figure out, what works, what doesn't work. This is also just a pencil board that I made. And then I'm hoping you can find really cute ephemera too to fill up the pockets as we go. So Two, I also have several tours already booked that have, you know, QR codes that I have on my phone, but if for some reason, you know, the internet's not working or somebody forgets to charge their phone, I think I will probably print them off and put them here, which is just a great idea for, you know, keeping track of things, because sometimes a hard copy is not a bad idea. I can also put any ephemera in there. So I just think this is just a great little planner to keep all my trip information. And like I said, we love to travel, so I think I will get some use out of it. And I just felt bad that this gorgeous cover has been sitting there not being used. So yeah, let me know. Maybe before we go, I might do a quick flip through just to show you what I've filled out. And then after we get back, I will do another flip through just to say what worked, what didn't work, you know, things that maybe I've added to it. So yeah, let me know in the comments below if you are a trip planner kind of a person or what you use. I'd be very interested. I will try to link this, the link for this from the Etsy shop. I don't even know the name offhand, sorry, but I will link it below where I got these inserts. So yeah, that is all for today, and just thought I would share that with everybody. So thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.